everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 5th. Today is our 14th class in the series and we will be doing the topic of conjunctions. Conjunctions is a very interesting topic, helping you to connect sentences and phrases and words. We will be learning what conjunctions are in detail, taking its various examples and also solving these sample questions which serve as one of the most important pillars of your preparation, because they help you to understand what sort of questions can be asked in the final exam. So let's get started.
Now conjunctions are words that join nouns, verbs, sentences. कितना सिंपल मीनिंग है. Conjunctions क्या करते हैं? जोड़ने का काम करते हैं. So conjunctions are words that join nouns, verbs, sentences. So simple. They provide unity. They help in forming meaningful words and statements. अब let's see, ये जो मीनिंग हमने पढ़ा है इसके हम एग्जाम्पल्स पढ़ेंगे और एक्सप्लेनेशन और पढ़ेंगे. So अभी हमने क्या पढ़ा है? Conjunctions are words that join any nouns, verbs or sentences. Alright, तो यही आपको याद रखना है बस कि जो वर्ड्स ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं ना, ज्वाइनिंग, ज्वाइन करने का काम, यूनिटी प्रोवाइड करने का काम, मीनिंगफुल वर्ड्स एंड स्टेटमेंट्स बनाने का काम, वही होते हैं कंजंक्शंस. ऑलराइट, लेट्स स्टार्ट. ओके, नाउ ये है हमारा फर्स्ट सेंटेंस, व्हिच इज शी इज वेरी टायर्ड. ठीक है. सेकेंड सेंटेंस है she did a lot of work today. ओके, ये दो सेंटेंसेस हैं. अब इन सेंटेंसेस को हमें क्या करना है? हमें इन सेंटेंसेस को ज्वाइन करना है, हमें इनको यूनाइट करना है. तो हम कैसे करेंगे? थ्रू कंजंक्शंस. कंजंक्शंस को यूज करके she is tired because she did a lot of work today. ठीक है, she is tired because, वो टायर्ड है क्योंकि उसने इतना सारा काम किया आज. तो जो वर्ड है यहाँ पे because, ये है हमारा conjunction. क्यों? Because this is joining these two sentences together. Alright, and it is forming a meaningful sentence. जो इन दोनों sentences को join करके जो मीनिंगफुल सेंटेंसेस बना रहा है वर्ड, वो है बिकॉज. सो बिकॉज इज आवर कंजंक्शन. अनदर एग्जांपल, माय ब्रदर लाइक्स आइसक्रीम्स. ऑलराइट. सेकंड सेंटेंस, माय ब्रदर गेट्स सिक व्हेन ही ईट्स अ लॉट ऑफ आइसक्रीम्स. अब हम यहाँ पे इस दोनों सेंटेंसेस को ज्वाइन करेंगे, एक मीनिंगफुल सेंटेंस बनाएंगे. कैसे? माय ब्रदर लाइक्स आइसक्रीम्स बट ही गेट्स सिक व्हेन ही ईट्स अ लॉट ऑफ देम. ऑलराइट, सो ये जो वर्ड है हमारा बट, व्हाट इज ही डूइंग? इट इज joining these two sentences, and the word but is providing meaning to both of these sentences. एक meaningful new sentence form हुआ है with the word but. Alright. I don't like to eat papaya. First sentence is I don't like to eat papaya. Second sentence is I don't like to eat melons. अब इन्हीं को हमने एक नए सेंटेंस में कैसे जोड़ा? I don't like to eat papaya or melons. कि ना तो मुझे पपाया पसंद, मुझे पपाया melons कुछ भी नहीं पसंद. So what did the word or do here? It joined both of these sentences. Join कर दिया एक तो, ठीक है, join कर दिया और meaning भी provide कर दिया. Meaningful sentence बना ना ये. I don't like to eat papaya or melons, right? Another example. He came late today. वो आज लेट आया. Our teacher punished him. टीचर ने उसे पनिश किया. दो sentences हैं. अब इन दोनों sentences को हम एक sentence में कैसे join करेंगे? He came late today, so our teacher punished him. Right? So जो यहाँ पे so क्या काम कर रहा है? It is joining. Joining these two sentences and second चीज इन दोनों को join करके जो sentence बना रहा है उसको meaning दे रहा है. क्या? Word so. All right. All right. So now we will do the various types of conjunctions. ताकि आपको questions में आसानी हो. Let's read the various types. First is the coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction जैसे हमें नाम से ही पता चल रहा है. What do? They coordinate. They coordinate. How? They link equal parts of a sentence, be it words, phrases, or independent clauses. Right? And इनका एक feature क्या है? They come usually in the middle of a sentence and a comma is used before the conjunction unless both clauses are very short. So what do? They link, which means they coordinate equal parts of a sentence, be it words, phrases, or independent clauses. Coordinating conjunctions जो हैं, हमने इनके नाम से ही पता चल रहा है कि coordinate कर रहे हैं. दो words हैं या phrases हैं या कोई independent sentences हैं, independent clauses हैं, उनको एक साथ link करके जो conjunction use होता है उसे हम coordinating conjunction कहते हैं. और usually they come in the middle of the sentence. क्योंकि हम दो sentences को या दो words को या दो phrases को join कर रहे हैं, so they usually come in the middle of the sentence. All right, and a comma is used unless both of them are very short. इसके हम अब examples देखते हैं. All right, so here you see. Now इसके लिए हमें coordinating conjunctions याद करने के लिए we have this particular short form जो आप use कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? Okay. Mnemonic कहते हैं हम इसे, जो short form है ना, fanboys. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. All these are coordinating conjunctions. All right. Let's see a few examples. Now here the example says, I like mangoes and strawberries. What is the conjunction here? And. यहाँ पे and क्या कर रहा है? It is coordinating the two words, mangoes and strawberries. दोनों को equal importance देके it is coordinating. All right. Then similarly, for the next one, we have he doesn't like swimming, so he won't go to the pool. He doesn't like swimming, so is coordinating, linking these two separate clauses. Right? So यही काम होता है किसका? Coordinating conjunctions का. क्या? Coordinate करना. All right. So That's all for the coordinating conjunctions. And ये जो mnemonic है हमारा fanboys, you can use this to remember the names. Remember the various coordinating conjunctions. Next, there are subordinating conjunctions. Now, when are subordinating conjunction used? Now, this conjunction introduces a subordinating clause. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Subordinating conjunction नाम से ही पता चल रहा है कि एक subordinating clause introduce होगा. And what do? They link that dependent clause to an independent clause. Dependent clause to an independent clause. Let's see the examples. My mother begins to sneeze whenever she opens the window. Whenever she opens the window. Alright. So यहाँ पे क्या है? हम एक subordinate clause introduce हुआ क्या? She opens the whenever she opens the window. ठीक है. So एक जो हमारा dependent clause है. Dependent clause क्या है? My mother begins to sneeze. And independent whenever she opens the window. जब भी window खोलेंगी वो है independent clause. And my mother begins to sneeze. So it is linked with whenever. Whenever is a subordinating conjunction. Another example. When my phone rang, my pet got startled. So इसमें independent clause क्या है? When the phone rang. जब phone बजा तो my pet got a little scared, got a little startled. So ये dependent. क्योंकि pet का startle होना किस पे dependent था? Phone ring करने पे. Alright? Let's move on. Okay, so here you see we have a few categories within the subordinating conjunctions. Like we have conjunctions of comparison. They used to compare something like conjunctions like than, rather than, whether, as much as, whereas. Alright, so they are used to making certain comparisons. You will see in the final questions also how certain comparative conjunctions are used. Alright, I'm just giving you a brief overview now. Okay, so next we have the conjunctions of time, which are conjunctions that used to tell time, like after, as long as soon as, before, by the time, now that, once, since, till, until, when, whenever, while. Alright, so these are the conjunctions, the words which join two clauses or two parts or two words and used to tell time. Okay, here we have a few conjunctions of condition. Now they provide a certain conditionality. If, like, I will do something, or say I will go to swimming if you get me a new costume. So if it is used to attach some condition, then only if, unless, until, provided that, assuming that, even if, in case that, lest. All these are used to provide certain conditions, certain conditionalities. Alright. Okay, we have a few more. We have conjunctions of reason, the ones which are used to provide certain reasons for something, like because, since, so that, in order that, or in order to do something. Alright, why? All these are used to provide certain reasons. Okay. Okay, here conjunctions of concession. They are used for concessioning, like though, although, even though, while, despite. There may be more. I'm just giving a few for examples for your broader understanding. Nobody is really going to ask you what are conjunctions of concession, what are conjunctions of condition. I'm just telling these to you to give you a broader understanding. Alright, so you can understand, or as per when a question is given to you, you can try to relate and understand that here concessioning is happening, or here a reason is provided, or here we're talking about time. So that way you can figure out which conjunctions to use. Alright, so these were the conjunctions for concession. Next. Okay, here are conjunctions of place. When we're talking about some place, I want to go to a place where there are lots of chocolates, or where there are large buildings, you know, talking about where or wherever. All these are used for telling a certain place and thus connecting and joining two parts. All right. Then we have conjunctions of manner. They are so used to provide some information about the manner in which something is happening, like how, as though, as if. All right, the conjunctions of manner. We have conjunctions of purpose also, providing a certain aim or certain purpose as to why something is happening. So that, in order that, both of these can be used for providing a certain purpose. Here we have relative pronouns. Now relative pronouns sometimes used as conjunctions. So I've just given a slide for that, like who, whoever, whom, whomever, whose. So these are relative pronouns. We did them in pronouns. These can be used sometimes as conjunctions, which means these are relative pronouns, but they do the job of a conjunction as well sometimes. All right. Here, relative adjectives. Again, like relative pronouns, even relative adjectives many a times do the job of what? Conjunctions. So just letting you know that it doesn't cause any confusion in the future. So the third category of conjunctions we have are correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions क्या हैं? नाम से क्या पता चल रहा है हमें कि एक दूसरे से relate करते हैं. So they are always used in pairs of two. All right, and they join words or phrases of equal importance. Equal importance words or phrases को join करते हैं. Let's see the examples. As and as, just as, so, both, and, hardly, when, scarcely, when, either or, neither nor, if, then, not, but. Now how can we use these? Suppose we say if you go out for a movie today, then you won't get any time to do your homework. All right. So इसमें दोनों जो sentences हैं, दोनों जो phrases हैं, they are of equal importance. And यहाँ पे if and then both of them are being together. So they are being used in pairs. हम neither nor का अगर example लें तो neither do I like swimming nor do I like cycling. All right. So दोनों की negative sentences, दोनों जो phrases हैं, they are of equal importance कि मेरे को cycling भी उतनी नहीं पसंद और मेरे को swimming भी उतनी ही नहीं पसंद. So neither do I like this nor do I like that. All right. So these are the three categories of correlative conjunctions. These are the three categories of conjunctions that we have done. सबसे पहला हमने क्या किया था? First one was the coordinating conjunctions. Second one was the subordinating conjunctions. And the third one is this correlative conjunctions. Right? तो हमने conjunctions पढ़ लिए. Now it's time to take our quiz. Conjunctions are not so difficult. इसमें बस आपको क्या करना है? इसमें बस जो हमने conjunctions करे हैं इनके मीनिंग के हिसाब से हमें इनको sentences में formation में डालना है. All right, they're very easy. Let's start. Now for every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute, 60 seconds you will be given as per the timer. Now for why am I giving you 60 seconds? Because for every IEO question You are given more than 60 seconds in the final exam. तो मैंने सेफ साइड पे आपको 1 मिनट दिया है. अब इसमें दो कैटेगरी ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स होंगे. वन कैटेगरी जो लेस देन 1 मिनट में अपने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. तो जब ये कर लेते हैं तो यू शुड तो अगर आपने जल्दी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिया तो आप फास्ट फॉरवर्ड करके आप आंसर देख लीजिए. पर वो कैटेगरी जो स्टूडेंट्स ये 1 मिनट में आंसर नहीं दे पाते हैं, तो आपको डिसहार्टन नहीं होना है, दुखी नहीं होना है. आप पॉज करें और पहले अपना आंसर दें. जो भी आंसर आपको लग रहा है सही है वो आप आंसर लिखें, उसके बाद ही आप आंसर देखें. ये यू शुड मेक श्योर कि आप कोई भी क्वेश्चन स्किप ना करें, आप सबके आंसर दें, चाहे वो सही हो या गलत, वो सेकेंडरी चीज है. मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट इज कि आप पहले आंसर दें. ओके, so and for every correct answer you give yourself 10 points, and for every incorrect answer no points. Why no points? Because IEO में there is no negative marking. आपका आंसर चाहे गलत हो या फिर आपने आंसर नहीं किया हो तो आपको 0 ही मिलेगा. ओके, सो इट इज बेटर कि सपोज अगर आप किसी क्वेश्चन में कंफ्यूजन है कि इसका आंसर क्या होगा, नहीं समझ आ रहा, तो आपने उसे छोड़ना नहीं है, आपने उसको आंसर करना है. और चाहे आपको लग रहा हो कि ये शायद ये आंसर सही हो सकता है बी या सी में से, तो आप उसे पक्का पॉइंट आउट करके आओ, मतलब उसे OMR शीट पे मार्क करके आओ, बिकॉज देयर आर चांसेस कि वो आपका आंसर सही हो जाए. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. Okay, so now we move to the questions. Here what we have to do is fill in the blanks with the most suitable conjunctions. As per the sentence, we have to choose the conjunction whichever fits in the blank, right? Let's see. The children played in the park, dash it was dark. A, upon it was dark. B, till it was dark. C, therefore it was dark. Or D, since it was dark. Now here we are talking about time. Alright, the children played in the park until it was dark. Till is what? It is the conjunction of time, subordinating conjunction. That's why we're going to use till. Why? Because we are referring to time. And the others, upon is a preposition, and then therefore and since, these are the conjunctions of reason. So here Sheena dash her friend were playing tennis. Alright, so here Sheena but her friend, Sheena and her friend, Sheena as her friend, Sheena therefore her friend. Here the correct answer is B, and. Now this is what? This is a coordinating conjunction. It is used to coordinate two parts, right? Equally important parts, Sheena as well as and her friend. So both of them being equals. Alright. And we have others. But is used जब हम कुछ contradiction बता रहे होते हैं, as in therefore they are used for reasons. Jatin has not come, dash has he sent any message. But has he sent any message, nor has he sent, or C as well as he sent, or D so has he sent. Here the correct answer is B, nor has he sent any message. Why nor? Because here we are talking, this is again a coordinating conjunction, because we are saying कि ना तो जतिन आया nor has he sent any message. So we are talking about two equal parts of the sentence. All right. But is used for some coordination, and then we have as well as this can be used for comparison. So can be used for some reason. Now we have Mohit lost the match, dash he is happy. So he is happy, and he is happy, yet he is happy, or D then he is happy. So here the correct answer is C, yet. So we are again coordinating two different equal parts of the sentence. Coordinating conjunction, Mohit lost the match, yet he is happy. मतलब Mohit हार गया, but still he is happy. So these are equal parts, equal importance दे रहे हैं हम दोनों parts को. All right. Here, Asha is wiser dash her sister Neha. A then, B than, C if, D but. Now here, the correct answer is B than. Why than? Now this one is pretty simple. This is like the simplest question you can get of conjunctions. Why? You see here we are talking about comparative adjective. Asha is wiser than her sister Nisha. So you know, in case of comparative adjectives, which word do we use? We use than, right? When we're doing some sort of comparison. So this is probably the easiest question you can get for conjunctions. Then we have the other options. Yeah, then we can talk about something that happened next, if for some condition or but for some contradiction. Alright, here, there lived a fairy years ago. Years but years, years and years, C years or years, or D years since years. Now here the correct answer is B and years and years ago. Now here we are stressing on how long the time period was, so we are referring years and years. Alright, it's a coordinating conjunction. And then the other ones, but used for some contradiction. C or is used when we're giving a choice between two things. Since is used for reasoning. Sonu became happy dash he saw his uncle with lots of chocolates. Sonu became happy and he saw his uncle with lots of chocolates. B, but he saw his uncle. C, so he saw his uncle. Or D, when he saw his uncle. Now here we are talking about the time when Sonu saw his uncle with lots of chocolates. So we will be using the conjunctions of time, which is when. Alright. Others and but both of these are, and even so also. All these are coordinating conjunctions. grandmother enjoys good health dash she is very old. A therefore, B since, C though, or D as. Now here the correct answer is C though. My grandmother enjoys good health though she is very old. Now here, which conjunction we are using? Concession. Concession in the sense that we say my grandmother enjoys very good health, despite the fact that she is very old. So we are using the conjunction of concession though. And we have others, therefore, since, as. All these can be used in case of reasoning, conjunctions of reason. Manu saw many castles dash palaces in Jaipur. A. But palaces, B. Castles or palaces, C. Castles and palaces, D. Castles so palaces. So it's pretty easy. The correct answer is C. Castles and palaces. Now we will be talking about the coordinating conjunctions, castles as well as palaces, which means both of them are equally important. So, and. Alright. Then we have but is used when we are talking about some kind of contradiction. B or for a choice, so for a reason. The hurt bird could hop dash it could not fly. But it could not fly. B. Because it could not fly. C. So it could not fly. Or D. And it could not fly. Now here the correct answer is A. But it could not fly. Why? This is a coordinating conjunction and we are talking some sort of a contradictory statement here, like the hurt bird could hop, but it could not fly. Alright. Then we have because and so, which are used for reasoning. The and, this is used to coordinate two equal parts. The bird picked up bread dash it wanted to feed its little ones. A. So it wanted to feed its little ones, though it wanted to feed its little ones, because it wanted to feed its little ones, or but it wanted to feed its little ones. Here we are using because. It is the conjunction of reason. Now here you see the bird picked up bread. Why did it pick up bread? That is being answered after the conjunction because. Because it wanted to feed its little ones. Alright. So the answer is because. Another so again used for some sort of reasoning. B, though used for some kind of concession, but used for some kind of contradiction. Dash he was suffering from fever, he could not appear in the examination. Since he was suffering from fever, although he was suffering from fever, but he was suffering from fever, therefore he was suffering from fever. Here we will be using the conjunction since. This is the conjunction of reason. Now here, first of all, we're giving the reason. Since he was suffering from fever, this is the reason. And then, as per which what happened? He could not appear in the examination. Alright. Then we have others. Although is used for concession, but is used for a contradiction. Therefore is used for providing some sort of a conclusion. Dash we reached the station, the train arrived. As well as we reached the station, as soon as we reached the station, while we reached the station, since we reached the station. The correct answer is B. As soon as we reached the station. Here we are talking about the conjunction of time. कि जैसे ही we reached the station, the train arrived. So here we will be using the conjunction of time. Then we have others as well as this is used for comparison. While is also used as the conjunction of time, but it shows like during which something happens. All right. Then since is again used for reasoning. Hina stood there, she saw ducks swimming in the pool. So Hina stood there, that Hina stood there, as Hina stood there. D and Hina stood there. Now here, the correct answer is as. Now, although as is usually used for providing some reason, but here the meaning of as is that it is the same meaning as while. Like, during the time that Hina was standing there. So for that we use as well. Okay. As Hina stood there, she saw ducks swimming in the pool. And the other ones we have so, and that. All these, they may be used for reasoning, conditioning. And we have and, which is a coordinating conjunction. It started raining dash Geeta stepped out. As soon as Geeta stepped out, or Geeta stepped out, then Geeta stepped out, as well as Geeta stepped out. Here the correct answer is A. As soon as Geeta stepped out. We're talking about the time, when Sita stepped out, what happened? It started raining. Alright. Then we have others. B, or is used for providing a choice. C then is used to provide the consequent events. D as well as to show comparison. Dash the LCD is new, its sound is jarring. A, although the LCD is new. B, since the LCD is new. C, or the LCD is new. Or D, as the LCD is new. Now here the correct answer is although the LCD is new. You know what happens when we buy a new TV, new LCD or LED TV, whatever, the sound shouldn't be jarring. So here we are saying we're providing some sort of a concession. It is a conjunction of concession that although the LCD is new, its sound is jarring. Okay. B, since it is used to provide reason. C, or for some sort of choice. And D, as for reasoning. The driver didn't know whether to turn right dash left, right and left, right but left, right or left, or right so left. Here pretty easy, the correct answer is C. It's providing a certain choice to us. The driver didn't know which choice to make, either right or left. It's a coordinating conjunction. Others and shows equality of two things. B, but for some sort of contradiction. So is used for reasoning. My mother told me to wait dash she came back, until she came back, or she came back, since she came back, for she came back. Here the correct answer is A. We're talking about time here. Mother told me to wait like for a certain time. What is that time? Until she came back. Alright. Then we have or. Or is a coordinating conjunction used for a certain choice. Since the subordinating conjunction used for reasoning. For is a coordinating conjunction again. The magic show was cancelled dash we went to see a movie instead. But we went to see a movie instead, or we went to see a movie instead. C, since we went to see a movie instead, or D, so we went to see a movie instead. Now here the correct answer is so we went to see a movie instead. Now here we are providing a certain reasoning because the magic show was cancelled. पहले क्या हुआ, मैजिक शो कैंसिल हो गया, सो उसकी वजह से this became the reason as to why we went to see a movie. So we will be using so. Then the other words, but is used for a contradiction or for an equal choice. See, since for a reasoning again. But here the format doesn't suit the usage of since. was very hot, they ate ice cream. Since it was very hot, and it was very hot, still it was very hot, till it was very hot. Here pretty easy, the correct answer is since. Since it was very hot. Why? This is providing some sort of reason to us. Do you know what is the reason for them eating ice cream? It was very hot. So this became the reason as to why they went and ate ice cream. Alright. Then we have and is used to link equal parts. Then we have still and till. Still is used for some sort of a concession, and till is used as a conjunction of time. Alright, here we have a paragraph, and what we have to do we have to read the paragraph first, and then as per that fill in the conjunctions. We'll be having 10 blanks here. Okay, let's see. Dear Seema, I wrote a letter to you last week. Dash, there was no response from your side. Yet there was no response from your side. Also there was no response from your side. C, but there was no response from your side. Or D, till there was no response from your side. Here the correct answer is A, yet. Some sort of a concession we're providing that, you know, even though I wrote a letter to you last week, however still you did not reply to me. So we will be using the conjunction of concession, yet. Then we have also is used for in addition, but for a contradiction, and till as a conjunction of time. Now next, dash, I am writing this letter, dash. I'm a bit worried that you are, okay. So let's see the options. Or I am writing this letter, till I am writing this letter, because I am writing this letter, so I am writing this letter. Now here the correct conjunction is so. So like you know, in conclusion, or as a consequence to which. Now here you see this girl who's writing this letter. She wrote a letter to Seema. She did not get a reply. So as a consequence to which, what she is doing, she is writing this letter again. All right. So we will be using so, D. Then we have or is used for some kind of choice, till as a conjunction of time, and because as a reason. Here we have, I'm a bit, oh, okay, no, sorry. So I am writing this letter dash. I am a bit worried that you are dash. Okay. I am writing this letter dash. I am a bit worried. I am writing this letter because I am a bit worried. I am writing this letter either I am a bit worried. I am writing this letter therefore I am a bit worried, or I am writing this letter unless I am a bit worried. Now here the correct answer is A, because. I am writing this letter because I am a bit worried. We are providing a reason here that why is she writing this letter? Because she is a bit worried. Alright. Then we have others. Either is what? Either is a correlative one, either or. Then we have therefore is for like used for some consequence. Unless is used for some sort of a condition. I'm a bit worried that you are dash ill or busy with your studies. Okay, now here I'm worried that you are because ill or busy. I'm a bit worried you are also ill or busy. I'm a bit worried you are either ill or busy. Or I'm a bit worried you are but ill or busy. This one's pretty easy. The correct answer is either. Here you see we're using or, providing a choice, right? We are here talking about a choice that she's saying that I'm a bit worried that you are either ill or busy. So she's either of these things according to her, ill or busy. So we will be using either. Pretty easy. I'm a bit worried that you are either ill or busy with your studies. Dash, there is any problem, share it with me. Though there is any problem. B, but is any problem, but there is any problem. C, so there is any problem. Or D, even if there is any other problem, share it with me. So here the correct answer is D. Now, even if there is any other problem, share it with me. So here we're providing a condition that in case there is a problem that exists, we're talking about the possibility of the existence of a problem. So even if there is any other problem, share it with me. Alright, then we have though. Though is used for concession, but for some sort of contradiction, so for a reason. Now 26th. Dash, there is any other problem, share it with me. Dash, I am going to tell you an interesting incident. However, I'm going to tell you an interesting incident. While I'm going to tell you, so that I'm going to tell you, or besides I am going to tell you. So here the correct answer is A. However, I am going to tell you an interesting incident. So while the others we have while is used for time, so that is used for some sort of reasoning consequence, besides is used for some sort of concessioning again. Like, you know, besides this, you tell something and then you tell something apart from it, so you use besides. And however also, however is used when you are sort of deviating from the topic. Alright, like she was talking about the problem, but then she says that I'm going to tell you an interesting incident. So she's deviating from the topic and moving to another one. So she's sort of saying that, you know, besides that or however, leaving that, I'm going to tell you an interesting incident. Yesterday, I was going to school. Yesterday, because I was going to school, while I was going to school, so that I was going to school, or then I was going to school. Here the correct answer is A. Because, sorry. Here the correct answer is while I was going to school. Why? Because while is what? Is a conjunction of time. And it is here again we're talking about this time where, you know, she's going to school. So while I was going to school, I saw a beggar who was pretending to be blind. All right. Okay, 28. I was going to school. I saw a beggar who was pretending to be blind. Dash, in reality, he was not. Okay. If in reality he was not, yet in reality he was not, then in reality he was not, or but in reality he was not. So here what is she doing? She is talking about a beggar whom she saw while going to school. And then she's talking about the dash, in reality he was not. So here what we are doing is we are providing sort of a contradiction. So we are saying that in reality he was not. So but in reality he was not. Alright. Then we have if is used for conditioning, see than is used for comparison, yet is used for concession. 9th. In reality, he was not. A woman gave him a base coin. Dash, he returned the same coin to her, requesting her not to cheat him, even dash he was blind. Alright. So a woman gave him a base coin, dash, he returned the same. And he returned the same. If he returned the same, but he returned the same, so that he returned the same. So here the correct answer is but he returned the same. Alright, pretty easy. Okay, here, yes, he returned the same coin to her, requesting her not to cheat him, even dash he was blind. Yet he was blind, though he was blind, then he was blind, because he was blind. Here the correct answer is B, though he was blind. Talking about concession, even though he was blind, the man who was supposed to be blind, he went back to that woman and said, don't cheat me. Alright, so that's all. Then it says, move on meeting, yours sincerely, Anita. Okay. Alright, now we move towards the next section, which is the HOTS questions. They are the Achievers section questions. They will be of final 3 marks in your final paper. Let's see. Rahul was in Lucknow dash he couldn't attend the function. Because he couldn't attend the function, with he couldn't attend the function, so he couldn't attend the function, or he couldn't attend the function. This one's pretty easy. So he couldn't attend the function. Coordinating conjunction, here we are talking about the consequence of something happened. You see, Rahul was in Lucknow. This became the reason as to why he was not able to attend the function. So Rahul was in Lucknow. So means like as a consequence to which he could not attend the function. Dash the rain, they left for the wedding. Although the rain, despite the rain, therefore the rain, D because the rain. Here the correct answer is despite. Despite the rain, they left for the wedding. Now why are we using despite here? Now here we're talking about the rain, which did not, which could have been a hindrance in them going to the wedding, but that did not stop them. So despite this fact, like even though this fact was happening, but this did not stop them from the next action. So despite the rain. All right, then we have although, conjunction of concession, and therefore for some conclusion, because for reasoning. Alright, so here the next sentence says, my mother had a severe backache dash she didn't want to visit the doctor. A. Or she didn't want to visit the doctor. B. If she didn't want to visit the doctor. C. However, she didn't want to visit the doctor. D. Till she didn't want to visit the doctor. Here the correct answer is C. However. Now, however is used like in two situations. Either when we are saying something that contrasts the previous statement, all right, some contrasting, contradicting, or we are saying like in whatever way. But here we are using however because we are saying that regardless of this fact, despite the fact one, regardless of this fact, the second clause did happened. Okay, so this one contrasts the previous statement. So however, she didn't want to visit the doctor. Then we have other conjunctions. Or is used for a choice, if is used for a condition, and till is used for time. You should not react dash you are wrongly blamed. A. Unless you are wrongly blamed. B. Or you are wrongly blamed. So that you are wrongly blamed. D. Then you are wrongly blamed. Now here the correct answer is A. Unless you are wrongly blamed. So here we are talking about this time that when you start reacting, when you will be wrongly blamed. So you should not react unless something like this happened, like you're being wrongly blamed. We have or used for a choice. Then we have so that is used for a reasoning, for some consequence, and then we have then, which is used again for the next situation, like the next consequence to something. All right. Ram came first dash he left early. A, or he left early. B, because he left early. C, till he left early. Or D, unless he left early. Now here, what are we doing? We are providing the reason as to why Ram came first. So here we will be using the conjunction because. Ram came first because he left early. Alright. Now the other ones, or is used for a choice, till is used for certain time, no, till this happens, unless is used for certain conditioning. Okay, so with this we finish off the questions on conjunctions. All right, so
That's all for our class on conjunctions. I hope you have understood what conjunctions really are, when to use what sort of a conjunction, how the conjunction that you're using can be correctly placed in connecting the words or phrases or sentences. So keep on revising and keep learning. I will see you the next time. Thank you.